Alright, so if you don't know, recently for some odd reason, Travis Scott hosted his third annual Astrofest in downtown Houston, Texas. And if you don't know what an Astrofest is, it's basically a rave for teenagers who think they're too cool for school. But now that the entire event alongside Travis Scott and his team are under severe fire because of their greed and negligence, which resulted in 8 deaths, 11 people in cardiac arrest, and over 300 people injured. Now this has been blowing up everywhere, and the event has been cancelled since the other shitstorm that occurred, and while there has been some very lame attempts at damage control, it's believed that this situation has gotten so far out of hand that I feel that there's nothing that can be done to dilute nor control this. But I suppose that's what happens when your music persona is built upon the energy of rampant and wild teenagers. So November 5th could be seen as a regular day to anyone else, but for your average Travis Scott fan, aka a rager, this day was the start of one of the biggest events of the year. And with COVID still being a thing, but places deciding to open the doors back up, who's more excited to go to a huge live concert other than a bunch of teenagers and young adults that have nothing else better to do with themselves? But lo and behold, that ended up being the worst thing to occur for fans of the hip hop artist. Now, as I said it before, this event was a complete shitstorm, and when I say shitstorm, I mean this thing went up in smoke. You had people suffocating and passing out, people folding from cardiac arrest, someone was dishing out pills laced with fentanyl, and oh yeah, did I mention that a 10-year-old kid fucking died? Like, his body was actually trampled on. There were even reports of a guy injecting people with chemicals, one of them being a security guard. I mean, I haven't heard of a festival this out of hand since Woodstock 99, and have you seen stories about that? Well, with all of this came the news reports and articles trying to break down what happened for everybody else, just to end with Astrofest being cancelled altogether. Now, you're probably wondering a few things like, why was a 10-year-old there, or did Travis Scott do anything? And to that I say, 1, for money, and 2, no. See, the event was for all ages, and as long as you had a ticket, it means even your fucking kid can pull up. And let me just give you a little side note here. They upped the ticket sales from 50k last festival to 100k this time. So let's do some quick math, right? So you got 100,000 people, including children, a rampant virus all over the state of Texas, drugs, weak security, and an incompetent medical staff. So what do you get? Oh yeah, you get a cheap note in an Instagram story that I wouldn't even consider an apology, but more like condolences for those 8 people's funerals. And I know that there were some small moments that Travis would stop just for people to get help, but it doesn't really help anything when you're just doing the fucking robot and harmonizing while people are literally dying. And please note that this isn't the first time Travis's crowd has gotten out of hand. Let's not forget how he constantly yells at the security guards for trying to prevent people from flooding the stage and getting trampled, or how he has his fans jump another fan just because he grabbed his shoe. But overall, this is a sad and very tragic thing to occur at something where it should have been prevented. But the greed and negligence of both Travis and festival management allowed this to get so far out of hand that it resulted in young lives being lost. And to the people who are trying to defend Travis for this, please stop wasting your time. I feel like people really need to understand that their favorite celebrity isn't perfect and can't do no wrong, because in this situation, Travis is sitting in deep shit because of his own negligence as well, and those apologies aren't doing much to help him either. But as for the event itself, I don't see this coming back for a while, if at all. Unless they were to cut down the ticket sales and up the security, which I don't see happening, this entire festival will be a loss of history, just like Woodstock. But what's your thoughts on the situation? Do you think Astrofest will come back? Let me know down in the comments while liking and subscribing to the channel. Make sure to follow my IG and Twitter, and if you like the illustrations used in this video, make sure to follow the artist as well, because she's dope. Oh yeah, and follow my second channel too, Wallow's Gaming, for more content outside of music. And on that note, I'll see you on Friday for another album review. Peace.
Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is? Insanity is doing the exact same fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change.